All right. It says we're live, but you got to
Hey,
give it.
everybody.
So,
Looks like ground fog was in here at 7:19 p.m.
and Dana was in here at 7:58, just scooting in, and then sliding in right behind her was Greg Skeens. So, all right. I guess we're live. It shows one person is looking, but we know YouTube's lying. There's probably 1,000.
YouTube is always lying, right?
Yeah. Cue the intro. What
is okay? So the eyeball is YouTube.
Well, I don't know. The eyeball is just how many people are there, and it shows one. But I think it lies.
When it's talking about Facebook, it usually has a different thing on there.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But are Dana and Greg in here? Oh, now it's jumped up to 3. So maybe they are in here. Okay.
It screws up. Like it does weird stuff. Like sometimes it'll be like 30, and then it drops down to 2, and then it's like at 50 or something. And I'm like, okay.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Homestead HQ, where we talk about homesteading and preparedness. I don't know why I'm my brain is glitching or something. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so welcome back. My name is Shelly, and this is
the most complicated person around, Jason. All right, tell them the story.
If you know, you know. What?
Apparently, I'm being an awesome role model for Shelly's class that she's teaching at work.
See, isn't that funny? Like today's lesson was you take a negative thing and how do you turn it into a positive thing? I tell Jason that he's complicated and he's like, I'm the most awesome role model at her job.
like if you didn't know me, you couldn't teach the class.
Right.
So that or you'd have to pick on Randy or something. And poor Randy gets beat on every day. So
Randy is not complicated. Randy is not complicated at all.
Look, Mike Shepard got in here for it, so he's here.
There's Mike.
But it is true. I mean, opposites. You're all straight by the book, organized and everything else. Every time we have a meeting, you're typing on stuff and everything and doing notes. And like, here's my notes. It's like chicken scratch on paper, and then I have to thumb through everything and look. And okay, like today.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, okay. Well, like today, I was working on some festival stuff. I had a few minutes and I'm like, we're going to work on this. And I was like, I'm going to figure out like how many hours we've got for the time of the festival and how many things we can do. So I'm like, I'm going to do a Shelly and pull it up and make an Excel spreadsheet.
Why would you do that when I've already done it?
Because I just wanted to look at something. I was trying something. So I was messing with it. Like 5 minutes later, I was like, I could have already done this on a piece of paper. And I'm like, I closed Excel out and was like, screw this. And I took my ruler and everything and did it on paper.
Oh my God.
And then I got a phone call and my ADHD, I guess I've got it. It just went out the window and I'm like, whatever. Somebody called me and I'm like, it's done. So, but yeah, it's like I told you about the email thing. Like yep. I am so used to doing emails on my phone and my iPad. I had to send Shelly an email the other day and I had to send an attachment. I literally stared at the screen for 5 to 10 minutes trying to figure out how to put an attachment on. And I'm like, where is the stupid clip? I hollered at my wife and was like, how do I put an attachment on? She goes, it's right there. And I'm like, okay, thanks. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, what the hell? So
like the other day when you wanted pictures. And when I sent you about the sponsorship stuff, and when I sent it to you, I sent it in a PDF form and I sent it in PNG form. But the two PNGs were in a zip file. Yeah, you were like, I need you to send that to me in a graphic, like a JPEG or a PNG. Yeah. And I said, I did. And you said, no, I need it. And I was like, I did. And I refused to send it to you until you learned how to unzip it.
Yeah, I was like,
he has got to figure this out.
I finally, just dumb luck. Like I saw it on the screen and I clicked it and dragged it and it just happened to hit in the right spot. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I figured out how to do it. So I don't know. Rule for anybody else, don't send me a file that is zipped because I don't know how to unzip it.
Yeah, just clicking on it doesn't work.
Yeah. I'll have to holler at my wife and be like, hey, how do I do this?
That was sarcasm. That is how you open it, but it doesn't work for
I,
Jason.
I hollered her more times than not on it's like, how do I do this on my computer? So I don't know. I guess I'm just, what is it, a Luddite? Is that what it is?
Yes, you're a Luddite.
Yeah.
That's absolutely what it is.
Hey, for the contracting, for my contracting business, I still handwrite invoices. People are like, there was one dude, he was like, you have to email me the invoice. And I'm like, okay, cool. I hand wrote the invoice and took a screenshot of it, emailed him the picture. And he was like, that's not going to work. And I'm like, that's all you're getting, dude. I was like, that's as far as we're going. I was like, pay me the thing. You've got a digital deal of it. And he's like, okay. So, all right.
So what have you got going on your homestead?
I was worried about, because I mean, we teach on Wednesday nights and, like 7:15, something like that, we're done. So I just scoot up here, get everything ready. I'm standing in the hallway. All the kids are getting out. The parents are coming up and everything. And I hear my name yelled from my wife. And she's like, Jason. And I'm like, what? What's going on? She's like, the animals are out. Because I'd moved them into a new pasture today. She said, the animals are out. And I'm like, holy crap. So I take off down the hallway. And one of the parents looks at me and she's like, is that code for something? I was like, no, for real. Like the sheep are in the front yard. They were on the camera. And she's like, oh, I thought it was like a security code word or something. I was like,
the animals are out.
Yeah. I was like, no. I was like, the sheep are eating the front yard. I was like, that's what it is. So I'm cruising up the road. I call Shelly. I was like, hey, you can get on StreamYard if I don't happen to make it right at 8:00. And you're like, yeah, I guess. I was like, the animals are all out. So I roll up to the shop in the barn, and I look, half the sheep are on one side of the fence and the other half are on the other side buying at each other. So I open up the gate and I'm like, get your stupid butts in there, and open the gate. They all run in. I close the gate. I was like, cool, I've made it. So that's what I did then. But other than that, like today was pretty much like festival stuff. I spent darn near the whole day working on festival stuff, and we've got some pretty cool sponsors. Most of our sponsors are coming back.
Yay!
Yeah,
that's awesome.
There will be another suppressor at the show.
And another
chicken plucker.
Yeah,
because Yardbird emailed me back. He was like, yes, we'll give you another plucker. Silencer Co. stepped up again. They're going to do another suppressor. And I'm trying to get them to give me a suppressor to try out. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but they might be giving me one to try out. I've got to hoodoo another guy, and if I can get by him, I'll get a suppressor for it. But there'll be one at the festival to give away. Element's coming back. They're going to send us a bunch of stuff. Condition 1 might come. These snazzy cases that are up there, they might come. If they don't come, they're going to send us some cases to give out. So those are always nice items to have. I love my Condition 1 stuff. So, but yeah, worked on festivals. We've got, I tell you, somebody that I'm excited to meet is Crystal. She is on YouTube. It's Doomsday Queen. And then on TikTok, it is Charmingly Frugal. So look her up. And if you look her up on TikTok, go in there and comment and be like, hey, I'm glad you're coming to the KSL festival. So she's coming in from Utah. So,
wow.
And excited. Yeah, excited about it. Like I shot her an email and she just like word vomited in this email. She's like, what's the closest airport? How far is it away from the airport? Are there any good hotels? This and that. And I was like, whoa. I was like, why don't we talk on the phone and we can cover all this? Because I like talking as opposed to typing. So, but I talked to her the other day. She was like, I'm in. She was like, this is going to be fun. So she'll be there. Brittany Baker is coming. Brittany's coming, and she's going to talk about, Brittany has helped us with some social media stuff and the website and stuff like that. She was working for another company. She quit there to start, it's Mission Brit is the name of her company. She helps people that do social media and websites. She helps them get their businesses going, kind of if they've got any questions. I guess consultation stuff is what she does.
Yeah.
So she's going to talk to everybody about if you've got your homestead and you want to start monetizing and making money on your homestead, which that should be the goal for a lot of people, is, grow a lot of stuff on your homestead, but also you can make a living off your homestead and some of your content that you do. Dana is one of those people that can do that. Hint, hint, Dana. But yeah, so she's going to talk about that. And there's several other people that are coming. And we're going to kind of tweak it out just a little bit at a time. But that's what I've been doing. And Mike said he'd rather talk than text too. So there's my cart pusher. Michigan Silverback's here. So we're the non-cart returners.
Hey, Miss Sharon's in the house.
Well, so what have you been doing other than using me as a great example at work?
Well, I think Dana would be proud. I had to go what is today, Wednesday? So it was last Thursday. We had our blood drive at work. We do that twice a year. And so usually when I donate blood, they have this thing called Power Red where you like give and then you donate, or they take out your blood and they filter it. They take platelets out or something, and then they put your stuff back in with saline. That probably doesn't make sense. But anyways, it's called Power Red. And you have to have a little bit higher hemoglobin to do that. So like regular donation, your hemoglobin has to be like 12.3. And for Power Red, it has to be like 13.2 or something like, I don't know, something like that. It's like a little, like 1 point higher for Power Red. The last 2 times that I've donated, I've only been able to do the regular donation because my hemoglobin wasn't high enough. So we had our Homestead meetup, and Dana gave me a jar of that ABC stuff that is the apples, beets, and cabbage. And so she was telling me how, it's fermented. And I'm telling you, I would have never in my life, like the beets are at the bottom of my list of things that I would eat, right?
Right there with radishes.
Yeah. Well, no, I like radishes, but I don't like beets. But in this ABC thing, you can't, it just tastes like cabbage, and it actually tastes like kind of sweet cabbage. And I guess it's because it has the apples in it, but it's delicious. And I've been eating it on salads and stuff, but I get up every morning and I've just been eating a couple of forkfuls, in the morning before I go to work. And so the beets are loaded with iron, and the cabbage is loaded with vitamin C. And, your body needs vitamin C to absorb iron and all of that kind of stuff. So Thursday, I go in to do my blood donation, and she does my hemoglobin, and it's 14.9.
Is that good?
Yeah. I mean, it has to be at least like 13.3 or 4 or something like that to do Power Red, and it has to be 12.3 to do a regular donation. And so the woman asked me, she said, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Are you eating beef liver or something all the time?" Because there's like certain foods that you can eat that get your iron up. And so I told her about this ABC stuff, and she said, "You've been eating beets?" And she's like, "Aren't they gross?" And I said, "Not like this." And so I'm telling her all about how to ferment this, apples, beets, and cabbage, and, how good it is and all that stuff. And I was just shocked of how high my hemoglobin or iron that was in my blood, how high it was. And I was like, man, that's just incredible. And I mean, cool. I just eat a couple forkfuls of it every morning. And then like when I have a salad, I'll put it on a salad too. But it's like, I'm feeling better and stuff. And it's got to be because my iron's up, right?
I would say probably so.
I was kind of tickled about that. one of my friends at work. So there's been like all kinds of sickness going around at work, and a couple of people have had COVID. And the girl that works in my office, she's been off with strep, and this was her first day. Today was her first day back to work. But there's just been sickness going around everywhere, and I'm like, this whole fermenting thing, like I'm loving this because I've not been getting sick. I've not been, just I don't know. I feel better ever since I've been doing it. But one of the guys that I worked with last week, he came in and he was like coughing and sounded horrible and snotting and blowing and all that kind of stuff. And I told him, I said, I've got some stuff at home that'll help with that. And he was like, well, what is it? And so I told him I'd bring him some fire cider and some fermented garlic and honey. And so he took that fire cider like all weekend, came in on Monday, and he is fine.
Really?
And he told me, he was like, I want more of that. And can you teach me how to make it? He's like, he was like, can I just pay you to make me like a gallon jug of it or whatever? And I said, yeah. I said, I can hook you up. But I mean, I love it when, the herbal all natural stuff works and, you're able to get relief without putting chemicals in your body. I just love it.
Oh yeah. The cool thing about giving blood in college is we would always go to the bar and drink after that because you didn't have to drink as much to get drunk. So we'd always go give blood, and then we're like, yeah, we're going to the bar now. It's going to be a cheap night. So let's see. We got to hit the comments. Michigan Silverback thought about me when he took the buggy back to the corral.
Well, good for you. You took the buggy back.
I went to Sam's the other day, and I didn't take the buggy back. I parked it right by the truck, loaded my stuff, and left.
You're such a turd face.
I know. So Homestead twins showed up. And Stephanie showed up too. Stephanie ought to be thawed out by now in Jackson, I would hope. Stephanie, are you thawed out? I hope you are.
The days have been beautiful here, but the nights are cold.
It's a little cool right now. Let's see. Hired ferment forever. Yeah, you're going to be the fermenter and not the trainer anymore. So, yep. And then Miss Sharon posted this. Get your swag. So yes, the swag store is open. You can get the wood chipper shirt.
Yep.
So those are selling pretty decent. So get them before they're gone. So all right. You got a story or anything? Babylon Bee's been coming out with some funny stuff.
Oh my God, I've been cracking up with Babylon Bee. That's just and then my friend that I brought the fire cider for, he came in my office today and he goes, did you see that thing? And I think he was talking about Babylon Bee because he's always like, did you see that thing on Facebook? And it's like always the kind of satirical stuff. He said, they said that New York was getting surrounded by ice and talking about the weather, but people were like jumping ship and getting out of New York.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Oh yeah,
man, me too, Mike, me too, right here.
Yeah. Did you see where little Dandy Andy was on The View the other day?
No.
Andy Bashir
was on The View, the show.
Oh yeah, he's making his bid to run for president.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, and he talking about how he blocked all this for transgenders and all this stuff and everything. And I'm like, man, you're such a turd. I was like, somebody needs to pop the little pimple that's sitting on top of your shoulders, buddy.
I got to run and get something real quick. I completely forgot about this. I'll be right back.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, while Shelly's gone, we'll talk about silver. Silver is at 83.66 right now, so it's making a little bit of a comeback. I don't know if it's going to come back or not, but it's making a little bit of comeback. So while we're waiting on her, I will shoot and tell you about the cool workshops that we got coming up. We got the pig workshop, pig processing workshop. That's coming up March 21st. We've got the sheep processing workshop that's coming up April 11th. And on both of these workshops, we're going to take that animal, will be alive in the morning, and it will be in VacMaster chamber bags by the end of the day, ready to go in the freezer. So we're going to show you all of that. Brian and Susan are coming up May 30th for the radio workshop. We're going to go over all things radio. This is not going to be death by PowerPoint and just all sitting there looking at slides and stuff. We're actually going to get out and, like Brian calls it, play radio. So we're going to be operating these radios, sticking up antennas, seeing how far we can get out, the range on the different stuff. It's going to be a stinking fun class. So you can sign up for those on the website under, what tab is that under? Is that under the training tab?
Yes.
Yes, it's under the training tab. So click on it. It's got all the workshops there ready to go. So what have you got, Shelly?
Dana, are you still on here?
I think she is.
Comment and tell me you're still on here, because I got to show you this. I got something for you.
Apparently Dana's got a YouTube channel.
Did she start a YouTube channel now?
There's a link to it. Let's see.
All right, girl, I found something for you to put your brandy in, and I got you 4 of them. Check this out.
That's cool.
Is that not cool? I mean, it's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, but it says Russell's Reserve. Isn't that awesome?
I guess.
I picked them up at an antique store.
All right. Nope. No YouTube. Apparently that's somebody else. So don't go subscribe.
I didn't think she had a YouTube.
Well, I just pulled it up, and this person's got one video from 5 years ago, and it's chickens and kittens. So we're not going to subscribe to that. Do not go subscribe.
She doesn't want to talk to people, so I didn't think that there was like a YouTube.
I know. Oh, well. But now that bottle's pretty cool. She's going to be bottling everything up.
Yeah, the next time I see you, I'll give them to you. But oh my God, when I saw it, Randy said, check out those bottles up there. And I was like, oh my God, it says Russell's Reserve. I've got to get this for Dana.
That is pretty cool. Dana's got another subscriber now. Mike, that's not her channel. So, also, while Mike and Dana are on here, we need to know about February 28th. So either text or call Shelly.
Yes, let us know.
And then also somebody that was supposed to text you today, and I don't know if they did, but somebody was asking when the next meetup was going to be.
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
And I need to talk to you about that.
Yes. So we need to plan another meetup soon because people are chomping at the bit. And I want to get 50
So do we want to have one before the festival?
Well, heck yeah. I mean, we're looking March, April, May, June. That's 4 months.
Well, I was thinking maybe mid-May.
All right.
What do you think?
Right before the radio workshop, first part of May. We can do it like the first part of May.
Yeah. Not mid-May because we're going on vacation, but yeah, first part of May. I can do that.
Right. We'll tentatively set that. All right. Michigan Silverback. No, Dana does not have a channel yet. We're still talking to her about it. Okay. And Miss Sharon said there's no content, but it's Dana. I don't know.
But you can go support her on Facebook. You can follow Russell Homestead on Facebook.
Yeah. Go follow her on there. Miss Sharon said if you log in, it automatically gives you a channel. All right.
Hey, there's Bill. Bill's in the house.
Well, Bill finally showed up. So Mike said he won't know until next week. All right.
All right. Well, let us know as soon as you know something, Mike.
So now we're waiting on Dana. So hopefully she'll get the ball. What was the next story?
The news story that I got.
Track.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I didn't know the Super Bowl. I didn't know the Super Bowl was going on until I got to church on Sunday and somebody said something about it.
Yeah, I don't watch the Super Bowl, but I did watch the TP USA halftime show. I didn't watch the Super Bowl halftime show, but so apparently at the Super Bowl they sold hamburgers that cost $180.
Jeez. Were they
It
Wagyu?
says the monstrous $180 burger slathered in blue cheese fondue delights and also disgusts fans. So let me see if I can find what all is in there. It said that it has it's called the LX Hammer Burger, and it features a bone-in beef shank, a roasted, I don't even know what this is, Mirepoix demi-glaze, and blue cheese fondue that cascades down the burger on all sides, and it sits between two brioche buns. $180 is what they charge for that.
All right. You lost me on bone-in beef shank. How are you going to put a bone in a daggum hamburger?
I know. Like, how is it even ground if you have a bone in it?
Yeah. I'm like
there's so many things about this that are jacked up. I mean, not to mention, aren't Super Bowl tickets like $4,800 or something like that?
I think they were more. I think they were more than that.
Well, I mean, those are the cheap ones. Those are like the nosebleed seats or whatever. And then people paying $180 for a burger? Like what?
I don't know. Well, talking about a bone in it and ribs and stuff. This is probably horrible, but I did it anyway. One of the questions, because the kids are doing like a Jeopardy style game right now, the XBG, the Extreme Bible Games at church. One of the questions for the younger kids is, what body part did God take from Adam to make Eve? And of course, it's the rib. And I giggle, and one of the kids goes, "What?" I go, "I wonder if it was a baby back or a spare rib." And the kid just looked at me like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, that was horrible to say, but I said it.
Oh God.
So, no, that sounds stupid for that much for a burger. I mean, that's craziness, but I don't know. The whole thing, I don't know. Bread and circuses is what it is. I mean, how much do you say a hamburger was? 100 and what?
$180.
Man, you could get
180. Yeah.
You get half a pig for that. Close to it, probably.
I don't know. Sometimes it just astounds me, like the things that people will spend money on.
Oh, I know.
They probably think that about me too, and I'll spend money on, garden tools and stuff that I buy for my homestead and all that kind of stuff. Bill said, actually, Jason, it was a spare rib. That's funny.
The humor that goes through my brain sometimes.
Oh yeah, we should probably keep that filtered.
Yes, I do have to filter a lot, because if there was no filter, like, I wouldn't last on YouTube for just a minute.
Well, have you seen that meme that says, "I don't get nearly enough credit for the things I don't say"?
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's me right there.
Honestly, I'm probably one of those people that some of the stuff I should probably. I don't know. There is a lot of stuff that I don't say, and I do actually hold my tongue sometimes. So I don't know. All the little funny jokes that go in my head that I just sit and giggle at sometimes. So I don't know. All right. Do we need to talk about the main topic, or do we want to talk about some other something? There's so much stuff floating around in the head.
Well, no, let's talk about the topic.
All right. Prepping your garden now for springtime. And of course, springtime is going to be a little bit different. We're going to have spring a lot faster than the Michigan guys are. So yeah. Isn't it funny? We got we get like 3 Michigan guys in here. So we got Michigan Silverback, the Homestead twins, and then Cut V is usually in here. So Stephanie says more money than cents. The actual, not pennies, but like cents in your brain. But that's the bad part. People don't have common sense anymore.
Right.
So it's like,
just, yeah, it's a whole different, the way that the generations are now. It's just a whole different world.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like that, and people don't know how to do stuff. Like they don't know how to physically do anything. Like today, I was going down to meet the plumber on a job. My wife sends me a little clip video. She's like, "Your sink is leaking bad," and I'm like when you turn the handle off, it just kept dripping. I was like, "Hang tight." I was like, "I'll come look at it." So I get up there and look at it. I was like, "I got to pull it's a 2-handle faucet." I pull the thing off. I'm like, "The cartridge is bad." So I shut the water off, pulled the cartridge out, ran to Lowe's, got a new cartridge for $8, and 15 minutes later, I slide the filter in, or the cartridge in, put the handle back on, boom, it's done. Heck, if you would have had to get a plumber, you're talking probably $150, $160 to come do that thing. So it's right. Like knowing how to do stuff will save you a ton of money.
We were talking about this. I'm going to show you this meme here. We were talking about this in my mastermind workshop today. Hold on a minute.
Did you make me into a meme or something?
No.
Okay.
But we were talking about this. It says hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times.
Yeah. And we're at the weak men create hard times.
Yeah, we're right here at the bottom. But I mean, you think about, like back in World War II, there were 16 and 17-year-old boys that were storming the beaches at Normandy, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now it's just, it's not even, I don't know. It's not even the same now anymore.
Well, now the 16 and 17-year-old boys don't know if they're girls, and they don't know if they need to go crap in a litter box or not. So, I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
So, all right, on to the garden. And I will preface this is I am not a good gardener. I suck at gardening. That's why I did a food forest where I put all the work in on the front end. I've got to put very little work on the back end. So I'll do that as a disclaimer.
So right now we're almost to mid-February. Jason and I both live in zone 6B in Kentucky. We have a pretty good growing season. We can usually, if you're growing a garden in Kentucky, the rule is you kind of put your garden in around Mother's Day. And then you don't have to worry about things getting frozen and all that kind of stuff. And then, you can probably keep growing stuff into the fall. So we have a pretty good growing season. Up north of us, you have a little bit shorter growing season, like Michigan and Wisconsin and all those areas up there. So if you have a shorter growing season, and even in Kentucky, it's a good idea to start some seeds, especially like peppers and stuff that take a long time to germinate. So, or need heat, you want to get those in the ground. If you put seeds in the ground and then they have to heat up and grow from a seed in the ground, it's going to take you a while to get peppers. But if you start them inside in February or March and get them going, then you can get them in the ground sooner and have a longer growing season. Another thing that you can be doing right now is getting sweet potato slips. And that is super simple to do. All you have to do is there's a couple different methods. You need to figure out what method works best for you. I've seen where people will stick like toothpicks in them and put half of the sweet potato into a like a canning jar or quart jar. So it's like in water, half of it. And then the slips will grow, and slips are just like plants that grow off of it. And so they'll start growing plants out of the side of it, and roots will start coming out. And when you pop them off, you just need to make sure they have some roots on them. When I grow slips, I just get like a shallow pan and put dirt in it and half cover those sweet potato, and it'll start growing slips, and the roots are down in the dirt, and then I can pull them off and plant those in the ground and get sweet potatoes.
The only thing easier than fermenting and making apple brandy is doing sweet potato slips.
Yeah, super easy.
It's like stupid easy.
And on one sweet potato, you can probably get 100 slips off of it. Well, I mean, you could do like 1 or 2 sweet potatoes and supply yourself and all your friends and all your family with enough slips for everybody to grow sweet potatoes. And sweet potatoes are pretty easy to grow too. But I wanted to share something with you all. Let me show you. Let me share this page.
Bill's got 4 to 5 cubic yards of mostly finished compost material.
That's
hoping
awesome.
to get material raked into piles.
Good job. So this thing right here is it's called the Clyde's Garden Planner. And this one, you can get them on different websites. This is M.I. Gardener's website. But this little thing here is pretty stinking awesome. All you do, that red line right there, you plug in when that one side of it's for spring and one side of it's for fall. You plug in when your first frost date is. And if you're looking at the fall one, you're going to plug in when your last frost date is. And you can look that up. You can punch in your area code on Google and put first frost date, and it'll give you like an average first frost date. So you put that red line where your frost date is, and then this thing will tell you when you need to start start seeds inside, when you can plant them in the ground, all those check marks, or when you can harvest them. Down here, it even tells you the good or companion plants that you can plant with different things. This thing is only it's $5.50 on M.I. Gardener's website. That is, it's such a helpful tool when you're working, when you're trying to figure out your garden and planting things that you want to grow. Yeah, Dana has one too. It's like the greatest thing in the world.
That seems like a pretty cool little tool, and especially for $5.50. I mean,
yeah,
you can't even get a crappy Starbucks coffee for $5.50, or one of my fancy 7 brews that somebody brings me every now and then when I'm doing a live. So some of the things that you can be starting inside right now are tomatoes, peppers. You can be starting like different kinds of lettuce, spinach, radishes, all that kind of stuff, getting those little seedlings going, because those are actually the first things that you can get into the ground. And keep the ice off of them. If you get frost and stuff, if you keep them covered, they'll be fine. They'll grow because they love the colder temps. When it gets warm outside, that's when your lettuces and your spinach and all that stuff, it'll bolt, and then it's, just gone to seed. But yes, M.I. Gardener is a great channel. Shelly's going to try to get him to come to the festival.
Yeah, I want to try to get him to come to the festival. And if you've been following him, like, this dude has been making, he's probably in his 30s now, I guess, but he's been making gardening videos on YouTube since he was like 14 or something like that. Like, he loves gardening. And now they even have like a brick and mortar store up in Michigan. And, you can buy seeds from him and fertilizer, and I mean, he's just a wealth of knowledge if you follow his YouTube channel.
I tell you what we need to do, since we've got people in Michigan, if they're close to his store, they need to go up there with their sign. It's like, you need to come to Kentucky.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. we've got Michigan Silverback, we got Cup V, and we got the Homestead twins. You got 2 Homestead twins, so I mean, that would be, we could do it. Just petition out front of his place until he comes.
I've ordered seeds from him too, Mike. I've ordered garlic from him, and I've ordered all kinds of things.
Bill said his compost pile is frozen. You need to go pee on it, Bill. Get it warm. Get some nitrogen in that thing going.
Let's see. His store is St. Clair, Michigan.
All right. We'll see if Michigan Silverback is close. I bet he would go do it. Just go camp out in front until he comes. That would be fun.
Another really good gardening channel that you can follow is oh doggone, the name just left me.
BS wants to.
I have one of his shirts that says "Compost Your Enemies." His brother is Flannel Farms. David the Good. Yes. Yeah. If you follow David the Good on YouTube, he is another really great gardening channel.
Michigan Silverback's at about 3.5 hours away. All right. We're not going to ask you to do that. That's a long way. But if you want to, you can. I won't be upset.
Have you been messaging Ryan Hall? Hall?
Everybody on here needs to email Ryan Hall and be like, dude, you're in the same states. You need to come over there. We just need to drive to Pikeville. So, and Dana's been collecting pee all day. By the end of the day, the temp's going up.
What now? By the end of the day today, temp was going up. Started the pile yesterday.
Well, Bill said his compost was frozen. I told him he needs to go out there and pee on it and get some nitrogen. And then Dana's like, yeah, Dana's been peeing on her pile. So
that's funny. Somebody was asking for a website. Were you wanting the @BSNY9KQ? Were you wanting MI Gardener's website? If it is, it's migardener.com. And that's how you get to that's where they're at.
So what?
Yeah. Go ahead.
What plans have you got for your garden this year? I know you probably got it all drawn out and everything, don't you?
I've been working on that. But I think on one side I'm gonna pull up my raised beds.
Yeah.
And I think because I've been watching so another great gardening channel, the permaculture consultant, William. I've been watching.
He'll be at the festival.
He will be at the festival. I've been watching some of his videos on Patreon, and he's been teaching like sheet mulching and stuff like that. And I think that I want to try some of that. I've got a big compost pile going, and so and plus, like we have all these down trees and all of that stuff, so I'm going to run them through the wood chipper, and
along with the Epstein files.
Yeah. So I should have a good amount of compost when it's time to do this. But I think on the right-hand side, I want to pull up some of my raised beds. And they're kind of like, we put those in back in 2021. So they've been in there about 5 years. And some of them are kind of like starting to come apart, kind of, they just get wore out. Because we just used rough cut lumber that we got from a sawmill. And so it's not like, because I don't put treated stuff in my garden. I don't want any of that crap in there. So, but I've been watching him do that. And it's the bane of my existence in my garden is Bermuda grass. And I mean, and it's all over Kentucky. I don't even know how, I don't think you can get away from it. It's just freaking everywhere. And so it has like come up, in all the nooks and crannies of my beds and all that stuff. And I'm hoping that maybe the sheet mulching that William is talking about doing, that I can minimize my invasive Bermuda grass. Yeah.
I thought you were going to use a billboard tarp.
I am going to use that.
All right.
But I mean, you can't, where I want to grow stuff, I can't use it, but I'm going to use it to keep the walkways clean.
Yeah. I made the mistake one year of in between the raised beds. I was like, I'm tired of weed eating in between here and everything. So I put a bunch of wood chips, and that was a mistake because, man, stuff just grew crazy in those wood chips. I'm like, this sucks.
Yep.
So I don't know. I mean,
I actually put that, that garden fabric that, like water goes through it and all that stuff. I put a
yeah.
layer of that down and put mulch on top, wood chips on top of that. And that Bermuda grass still grows up through that.
Michigan Silverback, we need to pray and unite like nobody's business. I guess that's when I mentioned the list and everything. But yes, 100%, I agree that we need to do that. That's where, and honestly, that's where like events like ours, like the Homestead meetup, that's where you can congregate and meet people that are close to you. The festival is going to be an amazing place. I mean, I want 1,000 people there. Just think if we had 1,000 people at that festival and we're all there for the same reason, to unite, build community, learn new skills, stuff like that. I mean, that's the place that you're going to do it. And regardless of whether you're in Michigan or whether you're in Utah, Alabama, Florida, wherever, that's one of the places that you're going to do this stuff. So 100%. All right. Who's wanting to move?
I think you're talking about William. He's been talking about moving from Texas.
Oh yeah. I
He
keep
talked
putting
to us about coming up to Tennessee or Kentucky.
Yeah. I keep telling him to move to Kentucky because Tennessee sucks. So no offense to the Tennesseans, but so Homestead Twins, when are you updating? I have got several of them right now. I'm waiting for them. One of the things I'm waiting on is for them to get me profile pictures and a short little description bio. So I've got several. I've got 7 right now, and 4 of those are brand new people. So hopefully by this weekend I will have it, and I'm going to go ahead and jump on some people and be like, hey, I need that from you. So Michigan Silverback, when and where's the festival? I got to head through Bowling Green 3rd week of March. Silverback, the festival is July 17th, 18th, and 19th in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So if you come third week of March, hey, you can make the pig processing class. That's the 3rd week of March, right? The 21st.
Yep.
That Saturday, you could come down for the pig processing class. Bring your wife, and we'll give you a little bit of a deal on both tickets. So that'll be a good time. So, and Bill says not all of Tennessee sucks. That's true. Not all of Tennessee sucks. So
Tennessee is actually one of the freest states in this country.
yeah, go Vols.
Yeah, I could care less about that. I'm talking about like your freedoms, liberties, all of that kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Well,
did you see where Matt and Gabby Hunley are moving to Oregon?
Yeah. So I saw that. Well, they're going to go for their season of life or whatever. I don't understand the whole season deal.
They have family out there. They're from there. So
yeah, I know.
Back so they can be around family and their kids can grow up around their family and stuff. I get it.
Yeah. Michigan, the tickets for the pig workshop are $200 a ticket for the all day class to come. And then what is it? $375 if you buy 2.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an all day pig processing class. We're going to take the pig from start to finish. It'll be alive that morning, and it'll be in VacMaster chamber seal bags in the afternoon. And we might pull the grill out, or you think that's kind of gross to pull the grill out and fry some pork chops right then?
I don't think it's gross. I mean, every time we make sausage, we fry some up and eat it. And
yeah. I mean,
it's not gross to me, but some people, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, one time we were grinding hamburger, and I was eating a hamburger while we were grinding hamburger. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, but all right, stuff I'm going to do on my thing, what I've got planned, and I've not drawn it out. Hey, did you draw yours out on Canva or did you use paper?
No, I have a notebook.
Okay. All right. Just checking, since you do everything on Canva. So,
no.
I'm going to do more raised beds. I'm thinking Frank Short should break out the chitlins. Uh,
I don't know about that now.
uh, I'm going to do some more raised beds, and I'm thinking about putting a bunch of raised beds down by my food forest. Is what I'm thinking.
I mean, that's all. It's sunny and everything.
Yeah, and I'm thinking you're down there already doing stuff, so it's like, hey, just put some raised beds down there. I don't know what kind I want to do. I'm thinking about buying some of those nice like metal ones.
Yeah, I've looked at those too. I'm thinking about maybe at some point doing that. The only problem is like if I buy them, I'm going to want the taller ones. That's going to be easier for me to deal with as I get older.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of material to fill those.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it does.
a lot.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about good organic matter, not crap from the store or whatever.
Dana's is drawn up on graph paper.
The reason that so he's absolutely right, because I'm very technical. I keep up with all my stuff on the computer and all that kind of thing. But when it comes to my homesteading stuff, like I have a notebook that has all my permaculture notes in it. I have a notebook that has all my garden notes in it. All of my herbal stuff is in a notebook. And I do that because if this is ever gone, if I ever don't have access to this, I have all of my notes.
Yeah.
And that's I don't keep any of that stuff that I want to like transfer to my kids when I'm gone. All of like herbal remedies and recipes and how I did the garden and things that I observe and all of that kind of stuff. I want them to be able to have that if there's ever a point that we're not able to have this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh, talking about your kids. This just popped into my head. Josh, Jessica's husband, had a post on Facebook, and I was scrolling through, and all I saw was Josh had posted this, and there's like 6 sheep in a picture, and I'm like, Josh got sheep, and I was like, where's he gonna put them? But it was somebody's sheep were out, and I was like, first thought in my head, I was like, Josh and Jessica bought some sheep today, but it's like somebody's sheep were out. So
I saw that, and I almost commented because it's like right up the road from their house on 90. And I almost commented and said, hey, if nobody claims them, I'll take them.
Dana just sent me a picture of her graph paper in her garden.
Yeah, she posted something on Facebook where she was working on it.
It looks like an architectural drawing to build a building or something. Like it's detailed.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
she has a nice little garden area out there. It's all fenced in, and it's a nice little area.
Yeah. Well, I'm planning on doing more raised beds. I'm going to plant some more fruit trees and stuff like that down there. I want to get some more berry bushes because my berry bushes have not done super good. So I want some more blueberry bushes, probably do some raspberry bushes and stuff like that. And I'll probably, with the way comfrey's been selling, I'm going to have to plant more comfrey. I mean, I'm going to have to go down there and split some stuff, and because the comfrey's been just flying off. So that, I mean, and the cool thing about comfrey is you buy it one time and hopefully you'll never have to buy it again unless you want just a bunch more to start out with. I mean, if you buy one of the root cuttings that we sell, I mean, that's 10 root cuttings. You're going to have 10 plants, and then heck, you can split one of those plants. You could probably get 5 or 6 crowns out of it, and then probably another 15 or 20 root cuttings off it. I mean, some of that, no kidding, some of those bigger plants that we dug out, you saw it. Some of those roots were, I mean, twice the size of my thumb in diameter. I was like, holy crap. I was like, these things are crazy big. So, but yeah, I'll plant more comfrey for sure. And then, I don't know, I'll let Whitney deal with what she wants to plant, and she'll come up with that, and then I'll just go out there and plant it for her. So that's going to be my extent of that. She's like, she said the other day, she's like, I've got to plan out what we're going to do. I'm like, plan out what you're going to do, and then I'll get it ready for you. That, and I've also got to finish my greenhouse one of these days.
My goal this year is to keep lettuce all year.
That would be cool.
Like salad stuff. Well, now, and I'm kind of thinking I might have to plant some on the like the west side of the house, I guess, because it gets a lot more shade, like when it's really hot out. And but MI Gardener has like they have the seed salad mix things.
Yeah.
But he's got a salad mix that every time I plant it, I love, like everything that comes out of it, it makes the best salad. And we have one of those, what are those tower things called?
I know what you're talking about, the arrow towers or whatever.
No, it's I can't think what they're called. They're brown that has like the pockets. It's like 5 layers or whatever.
Yeah.
But I have one of those, and this last year I actually was really successful in doing salad stuff in that, and I was able to harvest a bunch of salad off, or salad ingredients, I guess, different green stock. Yes, I have one of those, and it worked great this last year, and I've had it for like 4 years, and every time I plant, I've tried strawberries in it, I've tried carrots in it, all different kinds of stuff, and I kill it every time. But this last year I was successfully able to plant salad ingredients, and it worked great. But I did it in the fall. When I do it in the spring, I don't have much luck with it. So, but it's my goal this year to have salad all year long. Bill says, I have 25 plants of comfrey from 3 plants we bought at SRF when we met Randy and Shelly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, once you buy the comfrey, I mean, unless you do something crazy, I mean, you're always going to have comfrey and that stuff. I mean, I went down there, and you can't get all the roots anyway. I mean, when you dig a plant up, you can't get every piece of root. So you're going to have another plant or two come up where you dug it. One guy told me if you wanted to, if you had a bunch of comfrey, you could go in there and cut the comfrey off and take the leaves and do whatever you wanted to with it, feed your animals, make comfrey salve, whatever. And he said you could take a tiller and run a tiller through there. And he said pretty soon he said you'd just be drowned in comfrey plants. So, I mean, I don't want to go down there and till up the food forest or anything, because then I'd kill all my strawberries. But
yeah, but you got comfrey all over the food forest.
Yeah, I want more though. So we need to. I'll be ready when the spring, when that stuff starts popping out. We'll make some more comfrey salve. So
I still have 2 half-gallon jugs.
Really?
To make comfrey salve with.
Wow.
Like, do we need some? Because I mean, I could make some this weekend.
I think we've got enough for right now. I'd have to look and see. I've got the box of it sitting up on the shelf, but I think we've got several left. But yeah, well, hey, I fed the comfrey the other day. All that we cut and I dried out in the shop, I fed it to the sheep, and they kind of went over there and nibbled just a little bit on it. And then they figured out what it was, and they're like, boom. I went back like an hour later, and it was gone. So they liked it. And BS wants to know what.
Has anyone ever heard of the fox? Yes, absolutely.
Yes. I've got most of the Foxfire books that were my dad's. And funny story.
We have a digital copy of those too, don't we?
Yes, on some drive somewhere we've got
our KSL server thing. Yeah.
If that's still active, I don't know. I don't even know how to get in that thing. But yeah, I've got the hard copies of most of them. And funny story, I forgot who I told that story. When I was in college, my parents had a house that they had built, the house that I'm actually remodeling that my brother owns now. I was living there in college, and I came over to my parents' house, and I came in. I was like, Dad. And he's like, what? I was like, where's your Foxfire books? He was like, they're in there in the bookcase in my study. I was like, cool, I got to look in it. He's like, what are you wanting to look for? I was like, I know there's one on how to make a moonshine still. And he goes, what are you talking about? I was like, there's one in there, because I remember looking at it. I said, me and my fraternity brothers are going to make a moonshine still up at the house and make moonshine. He goes, the hell you are. He said, you're going to blow my house up. And he's like, you cannot have the Foxfire books. And I was like, really? And he's like, yes. He's like, do not go in there and get those. I don't want you blowing the house up. And I was like, okay. Funny. So that was the extent of my moonshine then. Well, but yeah. So I don't know. We're going to get some more raised beds going and all that fun stuff. I have no idea what we're going to plant. I want to plant. Hey, do you got any more of those tromboncino seeds?
Yes, I do. I got them from Mike Sparks.
I need a few of those. I'll give you $1 for them.
$1.
Yeah. Not per seed, but like for a baggie or something. So I had like 2 of those tromboncinos, but I don't know what happened to them. It might have been when the sheep got out and they ate them on the porch or something. So every now and then there's a sheep on the front porch. It's like, okay. So that or the donkey will be on the front porch and it's like, what the hell? So
Randy, you know, I told you that the cow was jumping over the fence, right?
Is she still doing it?
Every time I think about that, I think about that whole nursery rhyme, the cow jumped over the moon. Like that's what the cow's trying to do. So Randy went out today and put a hot wire on. He fixed the fence where she was jumping over it, and then he put a hot wire on it. So I don't know. He sent me a picture. Let me see if I can bring it up because she looked mad.
Oh yeah, she pouts.
She's just like he said. I put a hot wire up. Can you see her? She's like the wire's right there at the top of her head, and she's looking at him like, "I hate you."
Yeah. Oh yeah, they don't like a hot wire, especially if you got a lot running through that thing. They get mad then.
And now that everything's melting off and the ice is, you know, gone and everything, we still have the sheep pinned up, but they're out in an area. And so today I went outside and they were like having zoomies around a tree. I mean, it was like they were doing the Kentucky Derby or something. Like it was the weirdest. All 4 of them, they were just out there, zoom, zoom, zoom around the tree.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay.
They look now we're in a bidding war.
Oh, I'll give you $2 a seed for some of those seeds. All right.
So those things will keep forever too.
Yeah, Mike Sparks he usually has an abundance of those seeds at the festival.
Yeah. I need to call. I might just get some from him. I need to get some.
I don't know. I may have some that I can give you, but I need to look because I bought some from him at the last festival because I knew I was running low. But let me look and see what I've got.
I tell you, I need to get one thing I want to do this year is do tobacco again. Try it out. So, because I met a lady on TikTok that does her own chewing tobacco, and I'm like, I want to try that out. So she was going to come to the festival, but she cannot make it. I talked to her and she's like, we cannot make it work. And I was like, that stinks. So, all right. We've rambled about long enough. We didn't go down too many rabbit holes tonight, I don't think. So, I've got dinner waiting for me and I'm kind of hungry. So
I had dinner before we got on here.
I didn't.
I don't know how you eat this late. I can't eat this late.
I won't go to bed till midnight. So
yeah, see, as soon as I get off here, I'm going to the bed.
Yeah. See, it'll be midnight before I go to bed. So, but yeah, I'll eat. I mean, I fixed me a big thing of coffee before I went to church and had my coffee at church. So, I mean, that was, I guess, pre-dinner. So, let's see. Bill said one thing. I said I was doubling down on my gardening this year. Those are some seeds that I know I can grow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they'll grow just about anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
They're great. They're absolutely great for your pigs.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of stuff that you want to grow in your garden for your pigs.
Well, all right.
You can even eat them when they're green. Like, before, you know, when they're new. They're kind of like zucchini. And so you can eat them, but they're great for your pigs. Great wormers and everything.
Well, all right. Good night, Michigan Silverback. Guys, we appreciate it. I will be back on Friday morning talking about something fun, and we appreciate all of you being here. If you need anything, run to the website, check it out. If you need any first aid stuff, get your tickets for the festival, all that fun stuff, swag and everything. If you need anything, shoot us an email. But guys, we appreciate y'all being here, and I'll see y'all Friday morning. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.